Hi everybody, it's Evelyn. I have 3 reads for you today, so let's get going. We're going to go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to everybody. I hope you're enjoying your week. It was very interesting. Right after I did my last read, some codes had come up. Trillion came up from TN, and also nitrogen came up from N. And then as soon as I finished doing that read, I watched something from Sam the Illusionist, the Biotronic Half Consciousness, and he spoke about both. He said trillion and he said nitrogen. He talked about the Earth being, or actually the universe being 20 trillion years old. So trillion came up. But also they said that they, as biotronic half consciousnesses in the 4D, live off of nitrogen to fuel their half biotronic body. And they live in a mothership. That their biosphere had been destroyed 5,000 years ago, and they were hoping that we wouldn't do the same. So again, the nitrogen came up, but it came out again as well. So the nitrogen was important because yesterday it was coming up in a commercial too regarding nitric oxide. So I'll get to that when I get there, but I just wanted to bring that up first because trillion and nitrogen were both key words here. Yeah, and also nitrogen had come up as part of Pluto's atmosphere. Yep. And then I'd turn around from Total Eclipse of the Heart had come up in the past couple reads too. And then in Channeling Jesus, that also came up. When you hit a brick wall to turn around, you still have 180 degrees to work with. That was coming up from Channeling with Sananda or Jesus. All right, so the first read was for the Divine Masculine. This was done today's the 17th. This is done as just about to turn 2:22 on my clock. It's 2:37 on my iPad, which is the High Priestess and the King of Cups and Unconditional Love. This was on the 15th, which was my sister's birthday, by the way, also Martin Luther King Day, January 15th. I did that Divine Masculine read. I finished clarifying at 4:56. I didn't write the cut time down. Yeah, but it was done at 4:56, so 456 pick up sticks. And going into the 62, 4D, 5D, 60, that energy is coming up. We had alchemy, justice, and reason. Alchemy is like the temperance card, justice, and then reason is the emperor. Before the read, karma came up as well as ascension. Karma's judgment, ascension is the world, and the hanging man. After the read, indigo and star came up. Indigo is the magician. We had 2 cups, 4 wands, 1 pentacle, and 1 sword. And the court cards were the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. And after the read, the Queen of Pentacles also came up. The numbers in the code line for me today were all about 77, which is the Sovereign, the Knight of Pentacles. We also had 45 of the 5 of Cups, 57, the 3 of Swords, 79, which for me is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and then 910 begin again and again and again. The code line had no numerology card for this, for the Divine Masculine here, and the numbers were 21 from 7, 4, and 10. The code line, 21, so that's the world. And the code line was about I being the student, and again, this is the Divine Masculine, I, student of powering up the chariots of fire after death, especially union. I, as in the lowercase I, which is the chakra system in the third eye, I bliss state, just like iPad or iPhone, okay? I bliss state. I see the key, the deaf ear, and that was interesting because I was getting pain in my right ear for a couple of days, which is fine now, but the deaf ear not hearing or having pain, the mule, the holder of sound and human vibrations, the empty vessel while sleeping, your body, the kernel that pops, the thigh that pops a hip, resonance within, the echo chamber, the contents of a man, the grandmother, the food, neither nor right, not even 9, the number 9 was significant, that came up in the last read as well, cut short, and 9 is the end. Chariots of fire, keys to the flames, the divine feminine within the masculine powering up, the greased lightning union of I bliss state, ending pain for good. That was the messages coming up for the divine masculine. I started this at 5:25 then with the 7 of Cups upright. I'm going to show you all the pictures first so I don't forget to do that. So the read in front of you is the last one I did. Yeah, so this one here first is the divine masculine I'm doing now. All right, that's the main SIRIAN Starseed deck read for the masculine, the divine masculine. Here is the full read for the divine masculine. Okay, and then this is the first read I did after that for the twin flames. Okay, and that's the full read for that one. So that's number 2 from yesterday. Okay, all the cards. And then the third read in front of you is this read for the twin flames. Okay, and here's the full read for this one in front of you now. Very significant messages coming up today as well. Okay, so there you have the 3 reads. The divine masculine read started with the 7 of Cups upright at 5:25. And the 15 was 16, 18, 21. All right, so the 21 was 15 of the devil, 21 of the world. That was on the 15th. And the 7 of Cups upright. And beneath it was Karma upright, 5 of Swords upright, Ascension upright, the Hanged Man reversed, and the 6 of Wands upright. So the 7 of Cups, synchronicities, the stairway to heaven. After Karma of the enemy, the frog growing to the prince, ascending awakened on journey of good news. In suffering and silence, stressed out or up nights, the Hierophant and the King of Wands, powerless, dependent on the High Priestess' secret, psychic abilities, Pisces or Virgo. Taurus, marriage, religion or establishment, losing power, money, independence. Or with dependent, and the King of Wands is with the High Priestess, secret, Pisces or Virgo, or their own psychic abilities. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, the Cups is reversed, the Knight of Wands is upright, are rushing in to the Queen of Pentacles reversed, present to going crazy, imprisoned with the sudden events, epiphanies, orgasm, tower of it, the enemy, the virus, the splits, the lies, the divide and the BS, the need for clarity and truth in the situation. The invasion of Normandy comes up here, conquered all with a smirk to boot, as the truth comes down upon him, held up, vengeance, or under arrest, or scalper here. Sudden war, or all hell breaks loose, fire, flood, or beached whale, towering inferno, 9/11 all over again in a war of the roses. Modern day unstable tyrant goes rogue, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack black and candlestick, explosive, escaping from England to France or vice versa. Blackjack escaping authorities, Jack Black and the Holiday, Kate Winslet, Cameron and Jude, something new with Kate, made in heaven too. Out sharing, settling out, daydreaming, impatient King of Swords reversed, taking a coin from the pile, the triangle of Atlas, Hercules, and the Rock of Gibraltar, olive oil, blue apples and balls, and true love, and beneath that, keep an open mind. Your mate may differ from your usual type and expectation at 5:52, which is the Hierophant, and the 52 of the Queen of Swords. And of course, all that stuff had come up the day before with olive oil and Popeye and spinach and blue apples and all that kind of stuff. So here it was coming back again. At 5:52, with deception, new moon, and up before dawn, breaking dawn, the King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Swords reversed, without affection for big love at work, or the King of Swords with 2, dropping 1 to experience big love at work. A female reaching for her sword, but the truth is out of reach for her. Cupid no longer has an effect on them. He's long gone now. I never promised you a rose garden, but herbs and pots, yes. Cancer reversed and Gemini reversed here. Taurus, Pisces upright, Virgo reversed, and Scorpio upright also in the underlying energies here. With a happy ending being number 3, and the King of Cups reversed here, which is someone who's emotionally unavailable or detached, unavailable, or over-emotional, perhaps someone who drinks. But 3 and creativity came up beneath the happy ending with conditions of love, with the King of Cups reversed. Dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve, no longer confused, holding back an announcement, judgment, or wake-up call to the Knight of Cups upright and the Queen of Cups upright to end the nightmare, to get inspired to help others out in the cold. Orange groves, mazes, and fun rooms, laser protection, I was just getting projection as well, and 3D chess moves here. Checkers or chess or tic-tac-toe, Rapunzel escaped from the crib to meet on the board with tickets to see the show or checked out of the hospital, home, or clinic. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups happy, but can't see what's going on behind the scenes. Exile, destitution, injury, and illness, and the stairway to heaven in a split with the King of Swords reversed, big love at work, and happy ending with the King of Cups reversed. So there's exposure here to come clean with the High Priestess, reaping rewards with the King of Wands in a Chariot, bold move, offering a new life at the new moon, or to Cancer moon or rising. In the recent past is alchemy reversed, impatient, frustrated, unable to understand, to be inspired as the devil waves, temptation at play. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, awake to the enemy at war or virus, without peace, with the Emperor reversed and walking away. Sagittarius reversed, Capricorn both upright and reversed, and Aries reversed right here. The foundation are at the root of the matter. And remember, this is for divine masculine, so it affects the masculine within the feminine as well. And it is a general read, so if it doesn't resonate, or if something doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit, because not all of the messages may be for you. The foundation here is the Five of Pentacles reversed, recovering with the Knight of Wands, rushing back from the King of Pentacles reversed in a sudden event, epiphany, explosion, or fire. The Hermit reversed, losing their mind or coming out, and the Knight of Cups reversed, without options, or the Knight of Wands, that fiery energy, escaping, but the Hermit reversed did not. Or the King of Pentacles reversed, recovering from a rescue attempt. Virgo reversed, Sag upright, Scorpio upright, and the central energy here being the Wounded Warrior reversed in surrender. Two of Cups connection, rejected by the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and injustice. The challenge here being the Seven of Wands reversed, defenseless to drama. All right, Seven of Wands reversed can be someone who's defenseless to the energies coming in or to attacks, feeling ganged up on. But defenseless to drama or saving flame from a fire, dumping load to start over in love. The Queen of Swords reversed is not talking and boldly moving, overwhelmed by the Page of Pentacles upright, opportunity or invitation that comes in, or that can be a child as well. The Nine of Pentacles reversed, the dependent inspired, with the Page of Wands upright. Page of Wands upright could be another child, a fire sign child, but also inspiration. At 619, which is the Lovers and the Sun, then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, both upright, which can be children, or they can be messages. One of an opportunity and one of inspiration or a date. But the Sovereign is reversed and is powerless and overwhelmed. So there could be 3 children. The Sovereign reverse would be an older child. If it is a child, it doesn't have to be. It can be an older person. But it has to do with dependence and powerlessness. Now, the Injustice reversed of the journey, or the Justice reversed, the injustice of the journey of surrender and the wake-up call, the depression of the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles out in the cold, perhaps together. Which is interesting because in this read in front of you, the last one, the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles were both reversed. But they weren't together in this read. So they're out in the cold here together. Libra reversed and Aquarius upright and or reversed, or fluctuating back and forth, and Aries upright with a negative past or bad memories, or on the outs with their soulmate, child, or best friend. The Knight of Swords reversed, lashed out and messed up, or broke the act. The injustice of awakening and calling out Leo upright, Aquarius upright, or ego, and or the Empress reversed, coming clean with Libra reversed and Taurus upright, or in twist of fate with Hierophant, religion, establishment, or the man. Deception and exposure at the workplace, recovering and offering payment to the world, to the neighborhood, or to Pisces or Seal Divine Feminine. Soon is the Knight of Wands with a slow burn, slowly coming together with the Queen of Cups upright and synchronicities. Or she is focused on the one, on break, resting, meditating in 5D, the Magician manifesting a breakup or lack of affection, and the end to an emotional cycle or family with new information about hostage or prisoner. He's seeing himself as the Page of Cups reversed, rejected or entitled, making a fool of self in front of Star, Dream, or Aquarius. Split on quest to separate, frustrated Page of Wands reversed, and Knight of Pentacles upright, ending pain or paying respects to the dead. And that could perhaps be an Empress reversed. Or the Page of Cups reversed, falling from grace or falling into a dream state. Very interesting. I just got dream state again in this read. Divide and conquer, or game rained out, and the Page of Wands is disappointed. The Knight of Pentacles helps with injured child or a pain in the ass, having to attend funeral services perhaps to pay respects. Express your love comes up here. Let friends help. Flirt and calling in your soulmate. Around the Divine Masculine, or how he is seen, is the Emperor reversed with no reason, coming clean or cleaning up the act, and pleased with self and or arrogant. Present and defenseless to energies or attacks in a negative exchange, delays, and not expressing their true feelings at 633, which is the Lovers, and the Christ vibration, the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself. The block here is the Four of Wands reversed. The instability of the home, perhaps, or of the Ten of Cups reversed family or cycle, overdone, right? Way overdone. And clearly trapped, feeling anxious. Sad memories, leaning on the truth, exposing their butt or someone putting their butt on the line. The Ten of Swords ending pain or a painful ending. And the Queen of Wands reversed is so over it, with Libra reversed and Taurus upright, and or religion or establishment here. The Indigo proposing to Divine Feminine to connect face to face with Rockstar, or for dreams to come true, present to Flame, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Steps to recovery from rejection of the Emperor reversed without a reason, no longer patient, and surrendering and challenged by continuous drama, being ganged up on, the Knight of Wands moving or visiting, the Injustice or Libra reversed pain, to propose connection to heal and be present, to Flame with the Queen of Pentacles reversed there. At 642, the Lovers and the Two of Cups, synchronicities and steps to fallen angel out in the cold, in surrender to injustice, and challenged by no excuse. The Page of Cups reversed, rejected by the Knight of Wands without a reason, or Emperor reversed, out of control, abusing their power, or going through ego death, or stepping down or retiring, unstable or moving and ending the pain, or painful end or but, and no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Indigo partner, Aquarius, Star, healer, dreamer, or present to the Queen of Pentacles reversed at 645, which is the Lovers, and the Five of Cups, which is the grieving, loss, regret, guilt, shame, the past, not letting go. It also can just be disappointment as well. So I did the next one yesterday. This is for the Twin Flames. It was cut and dealt, the SIRIAN Starseed deck, at 513. And then at 521, which is the Hierophant in the World, I was getting Two of Cha. So that can reference the dance of cha-cha-cha, right? Two of Cha, but also can be the dance of the life force. And F crystals also came up again with ALS. Could be Lou Gehrig's disease, but also the likeness of Christ, in Christ's likeness, the expansion and contraction, the breathing in and out, and love. I finished clarifying this read at 536, which is the Hierophant and the Atlas energy of the Ten of Wands, the weight of the world upon your shoulders. The cards here were Strength. This is the major arcana. Strength, Lovers, High Priestess, or the higher self in this deck. Ascension, which is the world, And before the read, the Tower and Transition came up, which is a lot of Scorpio energy. And after the read is the Hanging Man and Abundance after the read. So a lot of explosive energy before the read, and then later hanging out in abundance. 2 Pentacles, 2 Swords, 2 Wands, and 1 Cup, so very well balanced. The only court card being the Queen of Swords in the read. The Page of Cups came up afterwards, and then the numbers and code line were all about love and perseverance. We had double 8s and double 9s here, with the 2 8s being the twins, both balanced between their own masculine and feminine, and then standing side by side. The 99 of the endings, the compassion, the universal selflessness, and the 8, 9, 10 beginning again and again and again. We also had the 45 of the 5 of Cups, the 24 of the Queen of Wands, 58 of the 4 of Swords, 89 of the Phi energy for me, the expansion and contraction, and then in a lesser sense, 23 of the King of Wands, 34 of the 8 of Wands, 56 of the 2 of Swords, and 68 of the Page of Pentacles. The code line was all about love and perseverance, and the number 9. 9 was very significant, and 9 was coming up in the other read I told you as well. Or just before that read, the number 9 was coming up that day. And the 9, which 9 is the collective consciousness as well. So here the code line was coming up. Also 2221 was coming up in this read. Yeah, which that can, a lot of 2s were coming up. And it's 2:40 on the clock now and 21:30. And this 2:40 is the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. And then the World and the 40 of, or excuse me, I can't remember what I said it was. But anyway, the 2's coming up here. 22 is the Fool, 21 is the World, right? And the World comes and then the Fool in the deck. They're the end of the major arcana. And the code line about love and perseverance was coming up a couple different ways. So if, bridge, egg, and the egg's been coming up a lot recently. Also editor-in-chief, right? Who's the chief editor, right? Which God can be. As the crazy twin comes up here, the wounded warrior of Christ, the DNA of the high seas, and that's coming up as the Christ consciousness, right? The Christ, the Jesus Christ moral man, right? The DNA of a higher love. Saying yes, that I, J, or the blue jay without hen, the ash and stone breaking plant, right? The plant that's really strong enough to break a plant. Someone, the tail end of the 2, the 2-man horse, the wounded warrior of high seas. As his, her, its, or God, earth was coming up here with gaic acid. Human, which is part of the soil, it's like compost. The ash, the stone-breaking plant, the 0 of the human embodiment of source, being someone, even if you're the tail end, the second, you're still one with Christ, the wounded warrior, and the high Christ consciousness, that high DNA. The Sophia chakra system coming up again, right? The lowercase I for me is the chakra system in the third eye. Sophia's chakra system, right? The collective divine feminine, bridges the J, and it was coming up as a bird, like a blue jay. The J without the hen, though, or without the feminine, right? And with birds, it's always the masculine who's the more colorful one. The feminine one's always the more gray one or brown one without color. The J without the hen. And hen also comes up as things like asthma or old, ancient, senior, right? The old hen, the old way, the traditional ways of doing things, or being fine, refined, or elegant. It just depends on your perspective. But the Sophia chakra system bridging the J, and that can be the Jesus energy as well. The ash being inappropriate. The toilet of the wounded warrior and the high sea. So again was coming up the energy behind the compost pile. So this comes together more in the next one. His, her, its compost or ash. Unfashionable water closet or in error water closet for the wounded warrior. High Christ DNA. So again, his, her, its lack of reason, without place or location, helmet, cask, bottle, or town center, or love never gives up. Multicolored and well-fed, Twin Cities came up here with service to blind men and orphans, the Christ DNA. And then Mary Tyler Moore came up in Minneapolis, because it's the Twin Cities. So anything that comes up for you, make sure to comment in the section below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe as well. If you can't find a reason without a place to call home, town center is colorful and well fed. The Twin Cities serve to blind men and orphans. One man's compost is another man's toilet. So be careful there. And cascading seas come up here. To see with your eyes, see as the ocean, see with your heart and emotions, and the see as the letter C with the collective consciousness, the unity consciousness. The more C's, the more sissy. The more S, Sophia. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Sophia. I just met a girl named Sophia. So instead of Maria, Sophia was coming up. And then they were showing me that Maria and Sophia were paralleling March and September. The Soph being wise beyond their years, and the Mar being, something that's marred or March, the C. September and March, the 3 and the 9, the 3 of the Empress and Gaia, the 9 of the collective consciousness, the Hermit, the going within. September also coming up as Sept, meaning 7, even though it's the 9 of the month. The 7 coming up as the September key and the Sophia. And the septum, the space between, right? 2 cavities, something that parts 2 different chambers, multiple chambers, like in your heart. The septon or Septembers coming up is what divides the chambers of your heart and holds the structure for you. Okay, it's like the structure. The coherence. And then I was getting from September and September versus Sophia, S-O-P-H, because it was coming up as one and the same. The Sophia is the O and the H, whereas the September has the E and the T. So it's O versus E-T, which can be an extraterrestrial, but also it means and in French. So O versus E. And then Ia for Maria and Sophia, it means fish, almost, where, hee-haw, but this and that, it, she, he, and water, already, I, ear. And so then March comes up, and the definitions for March, which includes marriage, by the way. It was very interesting what MAR means. To spoil, ruin, damage, a small lake, blemish, sea, swell, to bite, to burn, withers, horse, bruise, contusion, to go, a bush, shrub, pool, mother, snake, marriage, multitude, diligence, eagerness and zeal. And eagerness came up the other day without urgency, right? Because that would be too eager then. To pass and then proceed. March, Mars, the shadow only and solely. So again, Mars is coming up as the shadow of the September Sophia, which the definition for Soph, of course, has to do with the sophist and wisdom, the sophomore, which is beyond their first year. So they've learned a little bit, but not enough to close them off from their free expression, right? Unlearned. The teacher of plausible but fallacious reasoning, the philosopher. Of virtue. What's virtue? I was supposed to say virtue and human excellence, but virtue. I'm getting virtuoso. All right, so September or Sa is coming up as the Sophia energy, the virtue and human excellence. So the March being the shadow of deep emotions, the Sophia finding virtue beyond what is understood to be so. March being merry, pass and proceed onward or alone. Sophia to go back, turn around. The Sophia to go back to grade school, a much wiser soul with a new perspective. So the Maria, if you put the definitions of MAR and IA together, or the shadow side, and by the way, Mary means bitter in the baby book. So I never understood why that was the definition for Mary. But so MAR and IA was coming up as spoiled, water, fish, deep, and dark. And don't take it personally if your name is Maria, okay? It's not the purpose of this energy. It's about the messages coming through. Spoiled water, fish, deep and dark, bruised shadow, mother, marriage, snake, and horse that bites, alone, she, he, I, the fish out of water, or on your ear, right? Fish don't have ears. If alone, there's nothing to hear. too eager because there's no patience, okay? And that's where the eagerness I told you, that came up the other day, of eagerness without urgency. That's so important, right? To have inspiration, but without passion, because passion is ego. Passion is inspiration with ego. So here's the same principle here of eagerness without the urgency. Don't be too eager, because then you're not being patient. The philosopher is coming up as the kidney, and the shape of the kidney like a kidney bean or a peanut. The love of philosophers, the love of wisdom, using feelings to guide your thought as opposed to thought guiding your feelings. Okay, so that Maria was coming up as the shadow and Sophia as the light. Or he, she, it, I, fish, water, ear. Hee-haw was coming up. Again, coming up as the Sophia, still open-minded, being willing to go back and start over again as a student, fresh, without other people filling up their thoughts about what they might want to perceive something as. So March starts spring, the green duckling. September is the fall. The wisdom to know what goes up must come down, and yet the ability to change their perspective of what fall means. The blue swan. And Spirit's connecting with me very strongly right there. I'm going to say that one more time. March starts spring with the green duckling, right? All new and green. September is the fall. The wisdom to know what goes up must come down in the fall, and yet the ability to change your perspective of what fall actually means. That is the blue swan. At 7:01 p.m., and Spirit's still connecting with me, very strong right there. 7:01 is the Chariot and the Magician, and the Strength coming up as the first card there. Beneath that was the Six of Pentacles upright. The Strength card was reversed. Six of Pentacles is below that, bottom up. Tower reversed, transition upright, Nine of Swords upright, and Eight of Pentacles upright. So feeling weak without sharing, cleanup duty, in transition, suffering in silence, stressed out, purging, or working to align, in need of health, strength, and courage. With the King of Swords, oh, by the way, that what I just told you was at around 32, which is the journey, so there's significance there. The King of Swords reversed, seeing synchronicities and exposing all, knowing and keeping to themselves, letting go to fix, knowing and keeping to self, dumping a load, purging, reaping rewards of completion of a cycle, completing, coming full circle, the divine feminine sealed, the bull and lion unable to get to them, streaming, constant gardener in a three-legged race, and the cat was outside meowing right here, like crazy at 7:11, which is the Chariot and Justice, truth and balance. And the cat's been out meowing the past few days. They woke me up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, like 4 or 5 days ago. And so there's the streaming constant gardener in a three-legged race, the divine feminine triangle. And by the way, the cat's a black cat who's been hanging out under my deck in the back. Remember I told you the cat that had kittens, I thought they'd all left. And I hadn't heard them at all. He might come back. Maybe his kittens are out on their own now, and now he's just hanging out there. Or she's just hanging out there. I'm not sure. But the divine feminine triangle of M and M was coming up without Thoth. So the Michael and Metatron, but without Thoth or thought, right? Because thought's about, it's the scientific mind, the intellectualizing. Without Thoth or thought, just floating in bliss, the 11:11 water streams, 3 pentacles, nature's creation or compost pile of shit. Remember that it's all in the perspective. The Holy Grail turned over, pushed to the limit so the bird can plant the seed and fly up in it, the gardener trying to find a way in. She holds 2 strands, one for him and one for her. Blocked from the outside, the only way in is from the inside out, and that's the masculine to the feminine. The divine feminine surrounded with only nature protecting her, the egg, the oval-shaped mirror. The baton twirler and the 4-man band, the dark corners of the world, one more to be exposed now. The eagle, the bull, and the compost was coming up there, the thought, and ... Jesus Christ. And then it was like, oh, cursing or curse words, the F word. And F is the expansion and contraction, to breathe. So again, one more to be exposed. The 4 corners of the world card, you have the bull and the lion, right? The ego and the bull, the resistance. And then the bird of thought and thoth, right? The intellectualizing. And then the fourth corner is Jesus Christ. And that's about what's coming up as cursing, right? To be cursed or be cursed out, right? That's another very negative energy because curses hold power. Here's where the Holy Communion meets the Holy Grail. Hip, hip, hooray. 2 hips means fruit of a rose and fruit of a rose. 2 hips and hooray. So it's also coming hoorah, and that comes from, we have the fruit of the rose, and flank support, right? Hips are flank support. And then hooray is coming up as hooray. Ray's rose line. And hoorah, a scent of a woman. You see the theme here they're taking me to? What's in common with the scent of a woman and Ray's rose line? Blue Ray, cross keys, singing the blues and twinkling the ivories. Music of the spheres, blind men and orphans. Annie, get your gun. You're about to be blown away by this one. Moving to peace, cleaning up, and Spirit's connecting with me. Moving to peace, cleaning up in the aftermath. The steering ship out at sea, sea, sea. Remember seeing with your eyes, seeing with your heart, and seeing in unity consciousness without option on a 3-hour tour. Shook to the foundation, crying out in the night. Motorboating, milking the cow, a lesson learned all too well. The minnow lost at sea, the tiny ship tossed. Jesus got crowned, but Jack lost his. Jill along with him, and Jude got his 30 in pieces. Black Jack stole 21, 9 left to hermit. In the aftermath, another storm. What can one do but roll with it, to let the waves take you in? At 7:38, which is the Chariot and the Queen of Cups. Very soon came up, and beneath that was romantic feelings. So romantic feelings are real, and then very soon come over like a wave again and again, where the Queen of Swords speaks her truth of the lessons she's learned. The King of Swords reversed, letting go of one of 2 in memory of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and the King of Swords reversed without a leg to stand on. Cinderella took the glass slippers and ran with them. Lovebirds and rose vines. Desert waiting, but don't even notice, or rather desert is waiting, but they don't even notice. The lovebirds are so into looking at each other, you don't even, and then you don't bring me flowers anymore came up as well here. So remembering, way back when you used to be in love, right? At 7:44 is Chariot and the 44 of the grounding and integrating and mastering of love, the 4 of Cups. The 2 lovers left in the fall and now in negative self-talk, remembering way back when, or that the kids are all grown now and not interested in you anymore. My girl, that was coming up, talking about my girl, my girl. So that came up, and then domestic harmony, the 46 of the 6 of Cups, the children in the garden. So perhaps, kids growing up too fast. And then relationship change of the 56, the 2 of Swords, knowing and keeping it to yourself. Implementing a plan to rise above and surrender to the upside down world while juggling the rainbow, preparing for a new life, but impatient, focusing hard to not think about any losses, or working night shift when the little critter is sleeping, or impatient to walk in your shoes. Pisces reversed and Sag reversed here at 8:08, which also can be the 2 twins dancing side by side. Also can be 80 and 8. And 80, it's still the same. It's just source energy backing up that same 8 of strength and the dance. Losing patience and strength. Sag and Leo both reversed here, a lot of fire. But the world is complete. The divine feminine has come full circle, without options, or Pisces without a leg to stand on at home, or Gemini reversed, or twins here, or Gemini parents with Gemini sun and memories like the corners of their mind. The underlying energy being the different signs that came up in the underlying energies was Scorpio, Leo, and Pisces, both upright and reversed, all 3 of them. Gemini reversed, Sag reversed. And then the Page of Wands reversed and the Knight of Wands upright. They could be siblings, the Page and Knight of Wands, but the Page is reversed. But those two getting back together, being loving to each other, but still don't agree. And the recent past is two flames and the Knight of Pentacles, offering help to patient angel Sag, or offering help for higher love, to hang out on a quest, to hash it out and drop the facade and or hold their tongue and break patterns, or in other words, remove the mask. Choosing a path with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community or legacy with dysfunction and or a loss. And seeing synchronicities or guidance, having options here. The foundation of the Eight of Swords reversed at the root of the matter, released to suffering and silence, to purging it out. Perhaps negative self-talk, lies, spying, and rumors. Perhaps no message or bad news. Post-war, uncomfortable with marriage, religion, establishment, or Taurus and tradition, in need of help, or both kids, the Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles reversed, and struggling. The central energies here is the Lovers reversed, a breakup or lack of affection, with Justice, divorce, or Libra with burden, Atlas and the weight of the world, or the weight and the world, and a breakup or no affection with Sovereign or Gemini reversed between them. Sovereign, secret passion, or breakup with three women or girls, Sovereign upright, High Priestess upright, Sovereign's upright, but the High Priestess and Queen of Pentacles are reversed, which can be three different women. It could be a mother and their children as well, offering payment to make stockpile bigger. For the Page of Wands reversed and the King of Wands reversed, or frustration of the King of Wands reversed with their back turned, with focus on the Empress reversed and the King of Pentacles working to align. Or break up with Leo, ego, or kids, and challenged by Sovereign message of love to the Emperor upright, or the Emperor with Sovereign and Page of Cups kids. Sovereign would be an older teenager or early 20s. The Page of Cups giving the Emperor joy, on break, rest, meditation of 5D, or Magician manifesting but emotionally unavailable. Co-creating, death, dark night, end or transition, or Gemini and Virgo and Scorpio all upright and working together, but without affection for Gemini here at 827, which is strength and the Ace of Wands. So flirting at work and then muzzling them is coming up here again. The secret High Priestess starting over in love without sweet tweets from emotionally unavailable men, or moody, tainted female Sagittarius drinkers expecting charity in physical reunion or casual sex with ex, and then advances refused, the Empress reversed, obsessing over being dumped, dumping a load, purging, or being pushed to the emotional limit. We also had in the underlying energies here, Justice with the Five of Cups. That could be Libra, sadness, or grieving, or guilt and shame. And then we have also with that the Three of Swords and the Magician, which can be Gemini or Virgo, in separation or disappointment. 834 is the Strength and the Eight of Wands. A lot of back and forth. Now, in the current moment, is the higher self reversed. As that whole past part, my voice has been going out. Now in the crowning position here is the higher self reversed. The secret out of the Queen of Cups reversed and the Emperor. Aquarius, Queen of Pentacles reversed with dysfunctional family, business, or community, and impatient fallen angel or Sagittarius reversed. Pisces or Queen of Cups reversed, grieving loss, death of a rose, while dark night continues casual flirtation at work, keeping their mouths shut, and death be not proud, but convenient for him. Pisces reversed, Scorpio upright, sleazy sex connection in downturn or twist of fate, coming full circle with Pisces or divine feminine, or Libra reversed and Pisces upright, out in the cold, frustrated, unable to understand, or find the humor in the journey or good news of the hangry magician, is released with Justice, divorce, 2 spoons of fruit, or female Libra and the Knight of Wands, rescuing temptation, or Libra, Sag, Capricorn physical reunion, or rescue just to get sex, the Devil's Dream or Capricorn's Wave to Aquarius or Star, healer or dream, with breakdown, car issues, or warpath and dysfunctional family, business, or community, refusing advances and keeping to themselves, the Empress reversed, obsessing in lack of love or refusing advances from obsessed ex. Soon as the Queen of Swords upright, with hand on the trigger, the Empress reversed down, the King of Pentacles up, working and reflecting, the King of Wands and the Page of Wands, both together here, reversed, obsessing over their savings. Self-satisfied King of Pentacles aligning to get their wish, present to freedom, they can almost taste it. Patient with no news or message, persevering and happy alone, while the Queen of Swords with truth trigger, keeping her occupied. The Emperor with kids and the Empress reversed with the King of Pentacles at work. Twin flames are seeing themselves as ascension upright with the world at their feet. Energetic exchange, expressing feelings and the arrows of love between the Ten of Cups reversed. My whole throat just got cut off right there. Expressing feelings between the Ten of Cups reversed, emotional ending, or the ending to a family or emotional cycle, and the Four of Wands, home or union, coming clean at home at night, with the Knight of Wands rushing in at night or rushing into Cancer from disconnection, not seeing eye to eye, or from a distance, not seeing face to face, or a breakup of a partnership and a final judgment, announcement, wake-up calls, or just calls that need to be made. Flirt, retreat, and separation all came up for the twins. Pisces, Cancer, Sag, and Aquarius all here. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Four of Wands, union, surrender, defenseless, and without excuse at 8:53, and 8:53 is an 8. 8 is strength, and 53 is the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Wands upright presents the whole truth, or her side anyway. And again, this is the 16th. So the 16 is the Tower, and then we have 21, 23, 24. Is that right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, yeah, 22. Okay. So 16, we had the World and the Devil, and then yesterday was the 16 of the Tower and the Fool of the 22. Okay, so sudden freedom. So surrendering here to attack, to the energies of the Queen of Wands, decrowning them, or returning his crown, or giving him his I told you so's, and the block being here, the Five of Cups, grieving, a lot of pain, over isolating, going crazy, or with parent with dementia and weak, or unable to look up at the Virgo and Leo, both reversed, with love and perseverance coming up here for both. And by the way, I watched the movie Okja last night, which was such a sweet movie. That's a really nice one to watch. Big love at work, defenseless to advances with little lizard watching, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, dysfunction or loss, and jealousies of the Six of Cups, loving and sharing with each other, while the Two of Cups is reversed in disconnect or at a distance, Capricorn and Aquarius upright and Cancer reversed, with broken family, business, or community, and letting go to fix, repair, and make amends. Tempted by dreams and broken family, business, or community, to let go of what's left and hang out, with the Empress reversed and Page of Cups upright, and be present or bring gift to the Queen of Swords upright, or be present to her words. The Ten of Pentacles hanging out with the Empress reversed, because that could be a family and an ill mother perhaps, or grandmother, or aunt, or boss. And again, my mother passed away last week, so it's very much that energy. The 902, which is Hermit, and the 2, or the High Priestess. The Empress reversed with loving messages and gifts or flowers, while the Queen of Swords speaks, sharing cleanup after death or end or transition, suffering in silence and working to align, in need of courage or ego death. Needing strength for kids, or Leo reversed, released from prison, and cycle now complete, ascending home, and that can definitely be someone passing away. The twin flames seeing themselves here without affection, or no, the twin flames without affection here, and the challenge being sovereignty or independent Queen of Swords, grieving loss and regret, or the past disappointment, with secret passion or the secret out of dysfunctional family, business, or community, or loss and hanging out with Empress reversed, with the Page of Cups upright, or a message of love, and being present to flame. in need of courage, the twin flames being impatient, released from prison of lovers reversed without affection, or a breakup with a secret passion. The challenge being independence, the world being complete, coming full circle, and the Queen of Swords upright, home, grieving the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family loss or dysfunction, seeing new perspectives of the Empress reversed and the Page of Cups upright, the innocent love, and the present moment. Which is really interesting because my sister and I had to clean out my mom's room yesterday. And there's a painting of her from when she was a very little girl. So it's like bringing up the innocence of my mother, you know, because we all have our issues, and that's where all the abuse stems from. So the Empress reversed and the Page of Cups upright, the innocent love and the present moment. At 9:09, this ended, and that's two hermits, the 9 and the 9. And then I did some meditating last night. I was trying to get some messages, and I was getting the allegiance of 9, you know, like Magenta Pixies, White Wing Consciousness of 9, but I was getting the allegiance of 9. And then they were showing me that the number 9 is also a G, right, of God. And again, I was getting Thoth was coming in as Toucan Sam, and I'm like, but Metatron just said that you were the dark energy, and that Metatron is now separating from you, because now we're going into the light. We're going into we're not going to be part of the Pisces era anymore of the intellectualizing, right, and pulling us into the dark energy. We're going towards the light energy of the feminine and the heart and the psychic mind. So I was getting the messages from Thoth that there's two sides of the Thoth energy, that he was confirming that he was of light and love. But I was also getting energy of that Metatron is the shield and Michael is the wings. And I was seeing like a rolled up, it reminds me of what are they called? Not spinach pie, but the rice roll with the spinach. I'm just blanking out on what the name. I used to eat them all the time at the trucks downtown because they had great vegetarian food at that truck. But anyways, I was seeing something being pulled out of a secret hole, and it was like a miniature carpet rolled up, but packaged, you know, so there's wrapping around it. But it was reminding me of that food, you know, the spinach wrapped around the rice. That was coming up, and a lot of sexual energy last night. And that was like, the times I'd noted on the clock last night were 12:21 and then 1:33. So a lot of sexual energy coming up as I was connecting. Sometimes it's hard for me to do my meditations because the sexual energy with my twin always comes in if I do it for any length of time. So then it becomes difficult for me. So, also it was coming up with that mini carpet rolled up, packaged like a cigar, quote unquote. So that energy also was coming up there. Okay, so the read in front of you, the second twin flame read, was cut and dealt the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 9:44, which is the Hermit and 44, and it's 53 for this read, 53 minutes. If anyone wants to timestamp that below, you certainly can. The 9 of the Hermit, 44 of the 4 of Cups, the grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, the SIRIAN Starseed deck. Then at 9:53, 53 being the Knight of Swords, of Chalices came up, which has to do with heart and emotions, but also the source energy of Isis was also coming up, so fire and ice, but also Isis. And then I finished clarifying at 10:06, which is 10 of the Wheel of Fortune or Destiny and 6 of the Lovers. The major arcana in this third read in front of you were the Wheel of Fortune, which was the center card, and then Alchemy also came up, which is the Temperance card. And before the read, Reflection or the Hermit came up. And after the read, Luna, which is the Moon, Abundance, which is the Empress, and Justice came up. We had 2 Pentacles, 2 Wands, 2 Swords, and 3 Cups, so very evenly distributed there. Mostly Cups, which is heart and emotions. And the court cards were Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, and King of Cups. The Page of Swords came up before the read, and the Queen of Cups came up after the read. So we have the King and Queen of Cups in the read. The numbers in the code line were all about health, leadership, and intuition. And again, I always use intuition as the two T's in intuition being the twin towers, the twins, the you and I between them, and the in-twit connection, because ion is connection, right? So in the twin you and I connection, intuition. Okay, so the numbers here were double sevens and double tens. So that's the sovereign of 77, the 1010 of that very high vibration. Keep your energy high. We also had 6, 7, 8, lay them straight. 8, 10 of 0 behind the 81. For me, that's the end of karma around the world. We also had 26 of the Page of Wands. The 25 of the Knight of Wands, 56 of the Two of Swords, and 710, which is 0 behind 71, which is the Three of Pentacles. For me, that's that co-creation card, or workplace or school, any place you come together to co-create. So regarding health, leadership, and intuition, and the code line being number 3 from 102, so which also can be 10 and 2, which was 12, but all the 3 energies of wisdom and Sophia again. The code line, health, leadership, and intuition. And also 10 and 2, like how you drive, 10 and 2, that was coming up in the code line. And 10 and 2 came up at the time 10, 11, and 11 is a 2. So it was literally saying the same thing again. 10 and 2 is the same as 10 and 11. 11 is justice, truth, and balance. 2 is the high priestess. So, and 2223 also came up here, the Fool and then the King of Wands, which that's how the tarot goes, from the Fool of the end of the major arcana into the King of Wands. That's the first card. So 10 and 2 and 10 and 11, and that was coming up as the steering committee. High vibration justice of Libra and balance, and destiny of the high priestess. So the code line was coming up in a couple different ways here. A lot about Sophia here. Sophia sees the expansion and contraction. Remember my expand and contract, right? S and pand is Sophia's curtain, and contract is the C, Christ consciousness on tract. So her curtain on his tract, the S span and contract. And also that's breathing. Sophia's seeing the breathing, the expanding, contracting as support, destined in high vibration to the moral man, the Christ God, right? The Jesus consciousness of the moral man, right? The Knight of Pentacles coming up here is the loyal, humble servant, and the rod and staff, right? And staff can be servants. Now, rod can be a stick, but it also can be a group of sticks together that, you whip somebody with. And that was coming up very strongly here. And my guides always show me as the rod and staff as the note on the staff, on the sheet of music, okay? So a lot of different acronyms were coming up as words that were really cool today. But I'm not going to get into too much of that, just the meanings behind that what were coming up. So the chakra system coming up is the rod, right? That lowercase I, with the dot being the third eye, and the grounding system, the staff, having the motive or theme, the tone, yet refraining, considering it burdensome, hiring staff to support the tune. So and then the shield, just as last night they were showing, Metatron wanted to show me he's going to come up as the shield, and that Michael will come up as wings, for me anyway. And then in one of the words that came up, it literally meant shield and pole, and actually the letter F, which for me is expansion and contraction. So then I was getting at 1043, which is the Destiny card and the Three of Cups coming together, the reunion. So the rod as the bunch of sticks, or the oblique bunch, right? Because when they have more than one, it becomes oblique. It's not straight up and down, right? It's on an angle. The oblique bunch, the rod, with a tip, which also can reference a needle, right? A rod with a tip, something pointed at the end. The oblique bunch, the rod, a tip, grease, fodder, heavy cue, or some kind of clue, right? The shield, the pole, the vascular plants that lack seeds, 20,000 with spores to change DNA or alter generation. tweeted the Christ God, the moral man, as using the greasy wheel, the hot ointment, or filling in tooth. All of those things a lifeline. The sailor to jackstay, the sail to joker, Jack Sparrow, to allow movement but restrict it all at the same time. Should I stay or should I go? So that was coming up here. To play it safe while wanting to leave or change doesn't work that way. If the ship's going down, you must jump ship altogether. The quantum leap of faith. Twins incarnate together must quantum leap together because they are corded. So then it was coming up again, the code line, as the rod with a tip, which can be a lashing or a shot, which is a needle, slanted with a tip. The rod with a tip is a heavy cue or clue, lacking seeds to grow, with only spores to damage lungs and alter your DNA or RNA. Tweeted the moral man, greasing the wheel, heating up the oil, filling the tooth, strengthens but only temporarily. A lifeline allows movement, but it also holds you down. Walk this way. So that was coming up. Talk this way. Now give me a kiss. That was all coming up right there. Playing it safe is no fun. A ship is a heavy thing to drag or carry around. Energy vampiring of the permanent sort, going in circles with no way out. All right, so there's a big, strong message there. And I'm going to show you a grid that I've showed you a long time ago from my technical diagrams, again, just to show you the message again they're bringing up. All right, so if you have a grid like this square, right, you can go around in circles and keep repeating your patterns. Or you can go around and repeat a pattern and learn it, and then go off and then go on to a new pattern and learn it. Or you can jump ship, right? This is the leap of faith, where you jump from circle to circle. That's the quantum leap. The faith, the quantum leap, the space between, the 0 point, the point of no return, the shift. Okay? So you can repeat your patterns over and over, or you can learn your pattern and go into a new pattern and learn that one. Or you can just quantum leap altogether and just jump into a new dimension. The only thing to tether is to your higher self. The Knight of Pentacles is the loyal, humble servant of God, Source, Creator, and love. The rod and staff. The plus sign, not the X. The plus is the basis for the diamond, right? It's the center of the diamond. The X is the center for the square. The kite or sail is self-propelling, whereas the box is a lantern for which requires heating up in order to fly, as beautiful as it is. 10 and 2, and then 10-2 was one of the words that came up here, but also Tootie. Is that Different Strokes or something else? That's, but you know who Tootie is. But Tootie was coming up, but also 2T as the toddler at 10 and 2, or 10-2, as opposed to lean-to, shelter. The 10-2, that vascular plant that can alter you, or a rod and shield, a stake in the F, the expansion and contraction, that phi energy, the S span and contract, the C of the Christ energy, the curtain on the tract. And then Rod Stewart was coming up with Brooke Shield as Rod Stewart and Broke Shield. Rod Stewart coming up as, I was getting the chakra system with Rod, right? The rod and staff for Rod Stewart. And then Broke Shield was coming up as Metatron. No one puts baby in the corner and takes away their ability to see, right? See with your eyes, see with your heart, and see with the unity consciousness. Through the pineal gland and the pituitary gland, the third and fourth eyes. The pineal gland and the pituitary gland connected directly. So the pineal gland, this had come up in one of my guidances from one of my reads, that the pineal gland doesn't connect directly at the top of the spine. It goes down to the thoracic and then connects horizontally over to the spine. Whereas the pituitary gland connects directly to the spinal cord, through the cerebellum area and the throat chakra. There's a connection to the fourth eye right there between the pituitary and the cerebellum. So there's two different connections there, but both are important here, the third and fourth eye. And there's also been energies about the needle thing, that someone had said that they couldn't feel God anymore after they took it, that it blocks, there's like nanoparticles in there that cross the blood-brain barrier, which means they would get into your pineal gland. So that's very interesting. So the shield, right? So we have Rod Stewart and Brooke Shield, Rod Stewart and Brooke Shields. But the rod and then the shield, the sound symbols, and then the sword being the rod. Again, so Michael and Metatron coming up here, the lightning of the wings and the light, and the wands, and then they're bringing up again the suits and the elements. So Metatron and Michael, Metatron comes up as the sound and the symbols, and then Michael comes up as the rod, as the lightning, the light. And then the wands are the most ego, the pentacles most superficial, and now we manifest, and how we manifest through these different elements and suits, okay? So it was coming up as the wands energy is how you manifest movement and physical energy, and for who you manifest. The cups is how you use your emotions, whether it be for a friend or a foe. The swords on how you use your thoughts. Are you using them as a friend or a foe, right? And then finally, how do you use your pentacles, which has to do with your money and practical things of day-to-day life. Do you use that as your friend or foe? There's always different perspectives on each. So this read starts with the Six of Pentacles upright at 1137, which is justice and the King of Cups, unconditional love, and truth and balance. A really beautiful combination right there. And this read starts with the Six of Pentacles upright. Beneath it was the Page of Swords reversed, reflection or the Hermit, the Seven of Wands, and then the Five of Wands reversed. Sharing, being charitable, or settling out. After the Page of Swords reversed, lying, spying, rumors, or no message, bad news, or just negative self-talk. And reflection within, standing up for self, fending off others, a losing battle, of offensive stance. It's better to share and allow others to come and go as they please, if they resonate. Separation, heartbreak, hotel, temptation of the third kind, moving or in waves. Okay, so separation, heartbreak, hotel, temptation of the third kind, waving or in waves, the devil, shadow, or Capricorn amidst separation and or disappointment and withholding, playing hardball, or the divine feminine disappointed, they're chained to unsavory game. Walking the dog on a yo-yo, handheld, puppet master, controlling the show from the orchestra pit, the echoes of cymbals, and the hanging violin, which was a poem that I ended up writing from my reads a couple months back. So handheld, manipulated, every string and beat of the heart and harp. The Queen of Pentacles reversed and Sovereign reversed, which is that powerlessness and dependency, carrying the weight of the world, the Atlas, the rod and staff, slave labor, gets a lickin' and keeps on tickin', the devil's slave driver, and the Queen of Pentacles and Sovereign reversed, the slave labor, the staff, the expansion of the inverted rod, the sealed divine feminine, cycle complete, coming full circle, drawing in the journeyman with good news. I heard the news today, oh boy. So that was coming up. The journeyman propelled back. Again, turn around, right? Being called to turn around when you don't want either choice in front of you. By the tower event in dreams of the bird taking flight, taking off, blast off with epiphanies and orgasmic bliss, seven sisters and Christ consciousness, and Michael and with Gabriel's horn. Lots of spit. It was funny. They were showing me. Whereas, usually Gabriel announces. Here's where, Gabriel's very sweet when they announce. And Michael's getting tired of this because nobody was listening. So Michael steals Gabriel's horn. But there's lots of spit when Michael does it because he doesn't know how to use the horn. So this is what the message is coming up here. So with Christ consciousness and Michael with Gabriel's horn and lots of spit coming out the other end or moisture down there, waking the sleeping dead. Gabriel calls, but Michael strikes. You had your chance and were arrogant, never satisfied. The King of Pentacles didn't call the whistle on the Three of Pentacles issues at work. The King of Pentacles is being too serious, is not aroused, not seeing the humor, using their microphone as opposed to God-given gifts and third energy. Afraid of being seen as a joke, a traveling show, a street vendor, or a whistleblower, or tripped up making a mistake, being wrong, right? That's a Fonzie issue. Or being human, denying himself at 12 o'clock on the dot. A lot of zero source energy backing up the 12 of the hanging man, the hanging violin, and the Sophia, the wisdom. Judas's exit strategy to get paid and get out, or business goes under or fell, or the 11th hour is now over because the clock just struck 12. The fall is now clearly winter. Sharing or settling out at work with issues, secret passion, secret is out, or needing to use your intuition. Separation, and beneath that was true love. Yes, this is a romance of a lifetime. Issues at work with Scorpio, Gemini, and Pisces reversed, or having to let them go. After death, breakup, secret is out, after not listening to the High Priestess or Gabriel or the Grim Reaper, the Hermit's upright or Virgo missing flame, but hiding this with lovers present to injustice or Libra reversed, or no more Tinkerbell with 2 spoons of fruit or sugar, frustration, third energy, and the inability to conceive of between them, and the Knight of Cups upright coming in for love and no longer obsessing over curls or cords, a female's addictions or suicide threats or attempts, legs and knees in the clouds, butt and heels supported in water or sitting on heels, realizing the cord cannot be cut, admiring their stamina, the Knight of Cups unsure how she will receive them, after reflection and the injustice, and not burning the past, or conceiving and losing and trying to cut it out. Nature comes up here as 74, which is that 6 of Pentacles, and beneath that, follow your dreams, number 85, which is the reflection of the 4 of Swords, which for me then is grounding the 5D relationship into the present moment. New love, self-love without tools, and rising above a divorce or break in contract, religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed, Gemini or Virgo reversed, and seeing synchronicities with choices, perhaps a little confusion, and the Hermit reversed, so over-isolating or going out of their mind, or now coming out and exposing all, or getting some sunshine, vacation, energy, or Leo, as all planets orbit around the sun. Jupiter and Saturn are highlighted here, the big ones. Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday too. Fun, catch up on responsibilities, and then recharge in the sun, like inflating a tire with pump, inflate. 12/21. The 12 of the hangman and the 21 of the completion of the cycle. When the Hermit's light can't be seen, it's time for sun and violet flame and fairy dust. Ivory growth and doves fly and purify. Time and water by nature, talking to the birds, and Prince was coming up with doves fly. Why do, and that's about his doves cry, and he's coming through connecting right now, but yeah. So again, time in the water by nature, talking to the birds, getting their messages. The vine and dove, or divine Vove. And VOVE is to dare, risk, venture, to wave, to vow, promise, wish, or desire, to devote, to dedicate, or dedicate. Separate chalices, some body of waters and emotions. Gemini reversed, Taurus reversed, Virgo reversed, and Leo upright here. Sunshine, happiness, and exposure of all, sharing, giving, and settling out, with the 3 of Pentacles reversed issues and secret passions, powerless or Pisces dependent on nature's balance and intuition at 12/29, which is the hangman and the 3 of Wands. So the Empress reversed here with bad news, exposed delays and holding back true desires, The King of Cups, Knight of Swords, Messenger of Truth, and the Wounded Warrior, or the Lookout, is guarded or out in the cold, or now identifying with those who are out in the cold here. The recent past here is the Ten of Swords reversed, where the worst is over, and now the bliss state. The King of Cups upright, or unconditional love, with a final judgment or an announcement made, or calls to wake up. The Emperor reversed, recovering, or the Emperor reversed is out of control or going through ego death, and the Empress reversed is apart, recovering others that he left behind in a happy ending or emotional fulfillment. The King of Swords reversed with the Hermit's light upon him to get new information or clarity about a sudden event, blowing their top, crown, cover, or mind, explosion, eruption, epiphany, or orgasm, fully exposed, sunshine, happiness, kids, and Leo. The Lovers reversed in a breakup or lack of affection. The injustice of the Queen of Cups reversed, connection to the King of Cups upright in bliss. Aquarius upright, Aries reversed, Virgo upright, Scorpio upright, Leo upright, Gemini reversed, Libra reversed, all here. The foundation at the root of the matter is the King of Wands shaman upright, frustrated but over the loss and regret. The shame of the Queen of Cups reversed, 5D connection and sexual energy with him, or lack thereof, or oversharing a bed with them, or being on break or on bed rest. The King of Wands upright, frustrated with the Queen of Cups reversed, refusing to get up, or always on break, or giving it a rest, or needing to lay it to rest, or someone lay to rest. The central energy here is the Wheel reversed. The King of Wands upright, slowing down, or in a downturn with financial issues at work, but the worst now behind them. Choosing a new path and settling out, working to align with the fall, or allowing self to fall, or hang or bow out gracefully without a fuss. 3 of Cups upright, coming together in joy, reunion, celebration, or small gathering of friends. Sudden choice, exposing all, and settling out. I was just getting being salty, insulting, coming here too. Sudden choice, exposing all, and settling out. So it could be something salty or insulting there. Working out the details so they can celebrate by the fall. 1249 is the Hangman and the 9 of Cups. Libra reversed, Aries reversed here, Scorpio and Leo both upright here. The challenge being the Knight of Pentacles reversed, resistant, stuck, stubborn mule, awake to the Knight of Cups upright, or offer of love, 2 Capricorn or Pisces reversed, with higher love all around them. Strong in giving truth, or Leo giving truth to start over in love, or pet won an award, or is all groomed now and can start over with the Page of Wands reversed, between Leo or pet and Wounded Warrior Sag. So it's like a child, the Page of Wands reversed is between Leo and Sag, or they can be a Leo or Sag as well. But it's like between a pet and a Sagittarius. The Page of Wands really can be any Sag, Leo, or Aries. So the injustice of Hierophant offering love, or Libra reversed and Taurus upright, and the Knight of Cups offering love to Leo, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, to Capricorn reversed, or Pisces reversed, or the Knight of Cups leaving behind Taurus to offer love elsewhere. Perhaps there's 2 timelines here. The Queen of Cups reversed and the High Priestess reversed and the Evil Empress reversed could be Libra reversed, Pisces reversed, and Taurus upright or reversed, or both. And the King of Wands with affections for patient, angel, or Sagittarius, or higher love, or powerless or dependent on the King of Wands, sharing in 5D, or sleeping with the Queen of Wands in deception, up before dawn or the new moon, or Queen of Wands looking at Cancer reversed, or taking out the dog in the morn up before dawn, or powerless to the King of Wands, sharing meditation with the Queen of Wands looking the other way, with both of their backs turned toward each other. At 103, which is the Magician and the Empress, and now crowning is the King of Cups upright with a message of love, or Page of Cups child moving or visiting, or tripped on the way out the door, calling into or falling into a dream state, or bumped into Aquarius. So again, this could be someone who got knocked out. They fell and hit their head and went into a dream. What's that song? And I fell into a dream? Not Styx. What is it? I can't think of it. And I fell into a dream. What is that? Well, let me know. Is that Pink Floyd? Anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, put it down there. So someone falling into a dream state or bumped into Aquarius or dream girl released from prison, anxieties, or Atlas carrying a lot of weight, under radar, or in need of attention, or neediness or failures now exposed right here. The Divine Feminine or Pisces comes full circle with the King of Pentacles, or the King of Cups Pisces is with the King of Pentacles, or the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups upright here. There's lots of Pisces here in the crowning energy. Aquarius and Leo are there too, but a lot of Pisces, and the King of Pentacles superhero. So literally there's the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Page of Cups. At least two of them could be Pisces energies or have a lot of Pisces in their chart. But we had the King, Queen, and the Page all in this area. The King of Pentacles is coming up as the superhero with difficult Gemini child or a mouthy kid, or lying, spying, rumors, and bad news with Gemini or Virgo reversed, or insecurities, manipulations of the Page of Swords reversed without the tools to deal with it now that the worst is over, in an emotional cycle or family end, implementing a plan for the Queen of Pentacles reversed to come out or open up in physical reunion with the King of Wands, angel, Sag, or their higher love, or could be two King of Wands is here, a Leo and a Sagittarius, or those signs both heavily in their charts, but both coming up here powerless. The King of Pentacles upright thrown out by the Queen of Pentacles reversed, or vice versa, with physical reunion with all business female, with cappuccino at bedside or on call, self-service. No surprise, the wounded warrior pacified by Libra reversed, and the King of Wands affectionate and patient and powerless to physical reunion in awakening to a higher love, ending conflict with the Queen of Swords, speaking the truth about the downturn, the twist of fate. Capricorn reversed, Sag upright, and Libra reversed here. And it's not divine time quite yet. The King of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, in all business relationships sharing and no surprises, with the wounded warrior in bed, and 5D with Queen of Wands upright looking the other way, getting up to take the dog out at 1:21, which could have been at 1:21 a.m. last night. So 1:21 is the Magician, and then the 21 of the World. Soon is the Alchemy, the higher love. The wounded warrior guarded to the Page of Wands reversed, and the wounded warrior coming clean here, cleaning up their act or space to be more present and patient, as the Knight of Pentacles reversed is broken and never satisfied, and without peace or without a car, and no peaceful place to go. Sag upright, Cancer reversed, Pisces reversed here. The secret's out, or the need to use their intuition for clarity and to rebalance, to come back to self again. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Ten of Wands upright. The Atlas, weight, world, climbing toward the light. Post-war, apologies needed, not expressing true desires, and delay after delay. Deception of connection or new moon connection in need of help, money, or opportunity, or with kids getting up in the morning. The Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Swords upright, rushing in with the truth, holding on, saving, grounding, seeing synchronicities with choices, but only in need of one. Finances and career, you deserve love, and healing family issues all came up for the twins here, 127, which is the Magician and the Ace of Wands. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Two of Cups upright, the King of Wands with the Six of Cups, and dumped on by the Knight of Wands rushing back. The King of Wands connected with twin, while the Knight of Wands rushing in to dump on him, or the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands are both overwhelmed or sweating it out, and that could be a father and child as well. At 131 is the Magician and the 31 of the Five of Wands, the expansion energy there, which is reversed in this read. The challenge being the Eight of Swords reversed, the release from prison or hiding and suffering in silence, ending the nightmare, with the Queen of Wands looking the other way. Health, leadership, and intuition, but even more so is religious, not religious, but could be religious, I guess. Relationship change, there could be religion change as well. Rebirth and patience were very significant here. The Ace of Cups is reversed in a breakup, purging, overwhelmed, with female Sagittarius drinker or potion maker, white kiss hook, trying to entice with chocolate and alcohol or quick fixes to what ails you. Sagittarius with attitude, using birds' wings. And again, that was coming up as Michael will be seen as wings. The wounded warrior taking steps to heaven. 5D with the Queen of Wands, deception, and the stairway with good news, journey to stand up, take the high ground, and then walk away. Sag upright, Cancer reversed, Libra reversed here. Steps 2, Cancer reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, and the Empress reversed, and the Injustice, or Taurus and Libra both reversed. The Empress reversed is coming together with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, or there may be a family reunion here. And again, this could be a funeral service as well. Sharing, being charitable, or settling out. The King of Wands, shaman with Atlas burden, climbing stairs to get out of the basement or dungeon or prison. With 2 cups, partner and or connection, where the worst is now over and the bliss has set in. The downturn and challenged by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, stubbornness, or Libra reversed, challenged by Sag upright, released from prison and no job. The King of Cups upright, taking steps, following synchronicities to deception of ego, ideas, and awakening to a higher love. Patience in losing battle. With the Queen of Swords upright with Libra in chart, perhaps Cancer reversed too, the Queen of Cups reversed, and Empress reversed, or mother and daughter, loss or injustice, or reunion for celebration of life, or dream family, business, community, or legacy. The Hermit standing up to end conflict and settle out, now that the worst is over, now with bliss and sunshine fully exposed. The King of Wands upright in a twist of fate with the King of Cups upright, and challenged by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, stubborn and or stuck, carrying the weight of the world up the stairs to alchemize Atlas dungeon into the stairway to heaven, with the 2 of Cups connection released by synchronicities and guidance and choices, heaven in their eyes, the King of Cups upright and the Queen of Cups reversed, climbing and alchemizing from Wands to Cups, the King of Wands to the King of Cups, to be with the Queen of Cups reversed, Empress reversed, Injustice, or Cancer reversed, Taurus reversed, and Libra reversed, or at 154, which is the Magician and the Page of Swords, or the Emperor left, the Empress left, so others could reunite with dream family, business, community, and or legacy. And here at the end, we had the main cards, the trump cards here, the major arcana for this read were Virgo upright, Libra reversed, Sag upright, Cancer reversed, and Taurus reversed. And there's also a lot of Pisces and Sag clarifiers in the read. Okay, so that was it. I'm going to get going because that was a lot to take in. But make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy in your nature, and rise and be loved, guys. I'll see you soon.